Guys, if you like making money, which I know you do not want to miss this one. A lot of you guys are wondering if we still run our business all the way through the fall and the end of the winter. And the answer to that question is yes. This is that time of the year where we're doing a lot of commercial work, a lot of HOA work, roof jobs, gutter cleanings. And you see back here, and I'm going to flip the camera around here in a little bit, but we're actually here to do this roof washing today. And I'm going to do a step-by-step tutorial for you guys on how to soft wash a roof. So stay tuned. All right, guys, you see here, one of the things that you have to really take into consideration whenever you're doing a roof wash is plant protection. That's going to be your number one liability issues. Now, we've tarped some of the flowery plants. It's a couple of azaleas, and I forget the name of the bush, but she's got a flowering bush over there. And then these evergreens here, we're watering them. We've been watering them for about 5 minutes. You see that right there? We're just watering with our AR-45. And then I want to show you this as far as prep work. Now, you see the gutters here. We've put reclamation bags. See that? Oh, he's coming around with the water. Let me go to the other side here to show you guys. Okay? Reclamation bags is very important. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is this right here. So you see all these potted plants, okay? You see these pansies, potted plants? They were all on the porch. We moved all the potted plants. Now, we're just watering all of the plants. We've been doing that for a few minutes now. And then we went all around and we put reclamation bags on all of the downspouts. And these right here are the zip ties that we use, guys. These are 18-inch zip ties that you buy at Lowe's. There in the hardware section. You see that right there? And then you see the zip tie right here, guys, right there. We zip tie that so it doesn't come off. So every downspout has a reclamation bag. And then once I flip over to our tripod here, I'm going to explain to you guys exactly what we do with these reclamation bags at the end. And then also how we picked up this customer. Guys, Google My Business, GMB. Make sure you have your Google My Business optimized. I recommend you guys watch, episode 56 on my channel. Just go in the library there of my videos. Episode 56, guys, we do a complete step-by-step tutorial on how to soft wash a roof. We're going to talk here about the different processes, the bacteria, and also the system behind doing a soft washing of a roof, guys. So, super excited about this one because we don't get a lot of roof wash videos on a channel. And again, guys, whenever you're doing a roof wash, the number one thing, remember, is just plant protection. That's very important. So let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to switch over to the tripod. We're going to get on the roof here, and I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do. All right, guys, the very first thing you want to do whenever you're doing a roof wash, you have to remember this. You have to clean the roof of any debris. You know, you can see here on the picture, I mean, this woman literally lives in the trees. She's got 1,000+ trees all around her property, and this is the fall. So you can imagine her roof is full of leaves, guys. It's like full of leaves and also branches and twigs and whatnot. And you don't want to, whenever you're doing a roof wash, you don't want to spray your chemical over that because it's going to cause weird spots on the roof where you know it didn't get stained, especially if there's a lot of leaves on there. And then you also see us here cleaning the gutter out. Her gutter was jam-packed with leaves. And by the way, we embed that into our pricing as well. You know, in this case here, she had those nets all around the property, with the exception here is just the front. So we charged her, I think it was either $85 or $95 just to clean up the front gutter there. But you don't want to spray chemical when the gutter is full, because the chemical, you can imagine, is just going to flow right over the gutters. And then you see here, the front of her house is just full of plants. And so, you know, if the gutters are full, then the chemical is going to flow over that and it's going to absolutely inundate the plants, and we don't want that. And this is extremely very important that you guys do not skip this step. Always make sure you clean the roof of all of the debris, no matter what's up there. And, you know, it's going to give you a lot more of a professional look in the end. This is very important. Always carry that handheld blower with you. Guys, quick announcement. I've created a digital product called Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box. Check this out. Okay, so the Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box is actually a thumb drive that we're going to send to you guys to your physical address. And when you get this thumb drive, you're going to see a folder that's called Box in it. And then when you open it, you're going to see all of these files right here, guys, all of these folders. And guys, this thing has over 500 files, anything and everything I've ever created from my business. So all of the blueprints, training modules, documents, all of the things that you guys constantly email me about, you know, your pricing PDF, your for example, you know, your marketing blueprints, anything that you could need for your business is in here. That's why we call it a business in a box. One of the things that I really like about this is, guys, check out all of these pictures. So you have a total of 300 before and after pictures that you guys can add to your website and your Facebook and your Google My Business. And check this out. So there's a folder called Google SEO. And the pictures already have the SEO words in them. And this one photo right here has over 300. This specific folder has 190 pictures, but all in all, it's over 300 pictures. Look at some of these pictures, guys. Amazing before and afters pictures for you guys to be able to add to all of your social medias and whatnot. This is going to help you get a lot of customers. And of course, your edible postcards are on here. And then finally, you got training videos on here as well, guys. Like, for example, the video on how to optimize your Google My Business, the Mr. Bubbles. You got several videos. So they're like training modules. You got all the PDFs. The bottom line, guys, is this. This is going to help you with your business. So don't miss out. Make sure that you email us so you can get your business in a box today. In order to get your business in a box, you just got to hit the link in the description of this video. And I say this all the time on the channel, guys. The more you know, the more you grow. That's how come I decided to create this business in a box, because it has everything in there you need to be able to grow your business. And I really, really believe that this is going to be a game changer for you. Guys, you do not want to miss out on this one. Okay, so there you have it. Now that we cleaned up the roof of all the debris, this part here, I don't think I've ever seen a video where somebody mentions this. Before you do, before you spray any chemical on the roof, guys, you have to go all around the property and spray the gutter, the outside part of the gutter. The reason for that being is if you don't do that, the chemical can stain up the gutters there. So make sure you guys pay attention to that. Now that we got that out of the way, you know, we're ready to do the roof wash here. And by the way, when we sprayed the gutter, we sprayed that with solution, not just with water. And again, it's so it doesn't cause weird stains, because if you do it when the outside part of the gutter is super dry, that chemical could flow a little bit over the gutter and you're going to cause these weird, really weird stains, which you're going to need gutter brightening later to be able to fix. And you want to avoid that at all costs. So you see Miguel here. We already did the back.
backside, and now he is spraying. You see how he created a border around the roof? Now he's going to work the solution from the top towards the bottom of the roof. It's very important that you actually do it that way, because you want to be able to not use a lot of chemical, and this is one of the ways that you can do that, because as he's spraying, that solution is just going down. And by the way, this roof here, guys, is a small roof. We ended up using 15 gallons of SH on this entire roof. So, it's not that big of a deal, but it doesn't matter if the roof is big or small. The bottom line is you're going to go through the same procedure, which is you're going to create a border around the roof first, and then you're going to spray from the top towards the bottom. And then also, if you look at the bottom here, guys, of the house below Miguel, you see Jamie. He is spraying all the plants, and he is, wherever Miguel is, you see Jamie's just following along and spraying the plants. You got to remember, we spent, I want to say, it was 10 to 15 minutes pre-wetting the plants. Then we also covered, you guys saw that from my intro, we covered the couple bushes that she had that still had flowers on them. I think one of them was an azalea. But anyway, so the point here being is, then while the Miguel is actually on the roof, Jamie is underneath spraying. So we make sure that, none of the plants gets that overspray, or not much of it. So the other thing I was going to say about that is this, the number one liability issue when it comes to doing a roof washing, I always mention this to all of you guys. If you're new to the industry, I would avoid doing roof washing for your first, I would say, definitely your first year, maybe even year 2. I didn't start doing roof washing until I had 1,000 houses under my belt, meaning I had already washed 1,000 houses at that point, because this is going to be your biggest liability issue for a number of reasons, right? Like, number one, you see us watering the plants there. You saw the reclamation bags. If you're not doing those things, you're going to kill a lot of plants. I mean, I could easily kill, what is this here? About $1,000 to $1,500 worth of plants for an $800 job. That doesn't make a lot of sense. And you could also kill the entire lawn as well if you're not using those reclamation bags. And that's might be a $5,000 or $6,000 fix. So you have to pay attention to that. And the other thing is, you won't be able to tell here on video, but Miguel, he's wearing gloves, he's wearing special boots, special pants, and he's also wearing a respirator, and he's wearing glasses. So, you gotta make sure you have your PPEs, plant protection, home protection, pay attention to all of those things. And here's the final thing I'll say about that. And that's why I don't really recommend you guys, do that in your first year, because not only are you not going to have the know-how, but you're also not going to have what is that thing called? The equipment necessary to be able to do it. Like, we're using an AR-45 here with a metering system. And by the way, not every single house that you use a 6% solution for roof. Like here, we're using a 4% solution. And, that's why every single time you go to a job, you'll have to judge it based on what you're seeing there as far as the bacteria growth. So, taking all of those things into account, that's why I don't recommend you guys, as new guys, you take on the challenge of a roof, because again, you're not going to know, everything about chemicals. Now, if you want to learn how to mix your own chemicals, I recommend you guys watch my episode 10. It'll teach you, it'll actually give you a formula for you to be able to, make your own house mix. But yeah, once the roof has been, sprayed, the actual soft washing of the roof only took a couple minutes. Remember, guys, soft washing is under 200 PSI. It's basically the same water pressure that's coming out of the hose. It's not pressure of any kind that cleans the roof. It's the solution. The solution is that we use is called Roof Snot. You get that at Southside Equipment Company, and we put our metering system at 2 for the soap, for the Roof Snot. So that means 2 ounces for every gallon of mix. And so the water's open all the way. The soap is on 2, and then the SH, the sodium hypochlorite, is on level 4 for this roof. And then you see here, we've already finished, And then we spent about another 10 minutes or so. I think it was about 10 minutes right at the beginning we spent watering the plants. And then you also saw that Jamie was watering the plants all throughout the entire wash. And then here we are at the very end, washing the plants, rinsing the plants out all over again. So the chances of any of those plants dying, guys, I'm not going to say 0%, but man, you have a 99.99999% chance of none of the plants dying if you're doing it this way, if you're following this system. And then you see us putting everything back. When we leave, I mean, everything gets put back. All the plants get rinsed. The house gets rinsed. And, you know, the bottom line is that's why it's very difficult to do roof washings when you're new to the industry, because there's so much prep work and so much, overall home and plant protection that goes into it that you just don't know about. But there you have it, guys. And yeah, let's wrap this thing around.
Okay, guys, I know you won't be able to see this too well on camera, but all of that bacteria, she had a little bit of moss and lichen bacteria and a lot of algae on the roof. It's all gone. We just finished wetting everything down. Now we're rolling up our hoses, but I wanted to show you this real quick. So we started doing this about a year and a half ago. This is going to be a great tip for you guys. I've never heard anybody talking about this. So we took our reclamation bags, okay? And what we did is we emptied them onto like a blue Lowe's bucket, right? And then we dump them on an empty tank. Then we take the same empty bag and we put it back and we leave that up for a week. Then after a week, I have my guys come by and they just, you know, break the zip tie. And the reason why we started doing this about a year and a half ago, guys, is I'll give you guys a great example here. So it's supposed to rain tonight, okay? So you can imagine tonight, some of that chemical is going to run down the roof. And if that bag is not there, you run into an issue where you could conceivably, you know, kill the lawn. So what we're doing is just as an extra protection, you know, precaution, you will leave the bag on there for a week or so. Highly recommend. Now, this is optional. I've been in the game for 12 years, guys. I've never done that before. I started doing this about a year and a half ago, and boom, not a single problem with plants or anything like that. And then we touched everything up, and she just told us that she wants to get on a house wash schedule. She can't get it done this week because they're leaving for Thanksgiving, but they're on a house wash schedule for, I think she said Tuesday or Wednesday, the office manager. But there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching another one. And always remember, guys, in the pressure washing business, the more you know, the more you'll grow.